Good Friday afternoon, Springfield, Massachusetts, and anybody watching anywhere else. This is episode 51 of 413 Sports Talk. I'm your host, Raheem Escalade. Today we're going to get into some scores from the NBA, NHL, although it's minimal as far as hockey is concerned, and the MLB. Today I will also grade the rest of the draft. We're getting into grading the draft, and I have some Western Mass sports as well. It's a beautiful Friday. I'm in downtown Springfield right now, and it is very busy. Looks like we got some graduations going on. I think I had saw something about Westfield State University doing a little graduation. Over to my right at the Mass Mutual Center. So, if you are one of the graduating seniors, congratulations on your feat. Takes a lot to get through college, and if you're watching, I just want to congratulate you. Good job. So, without further ado, let's get into the episode. Very nice day out here, man. Very nice day. Very nice day. The NBA, we have let's take my sunglasses off this one. We have the Clippers beating the Charlotte Hornets 113-90. Milwaukee Bucks ended up beating the Indiana Pacers 142-133. That was another game with buckets everywhere. A lot of offense, no defense. Kind of like the style of basketball that I like. I mean, obviously you got to play defense and stuff like that. You know, a lot of threes, and Giannis did his thing. And he was also good distributing the ball last night too. And that's Atlanta Hawks over the Orlando Magic 113-96. I believe I'm starting to believe more in the Hawks. Honestly, I liked them back when they had Joe Johnson at the two guard. Man. You can remember back that far. Those Atlanta Hawks teams were good. Now, excuse me. Now, as far as Dominique Wilkins is concerned, I was a little too young to retain basketball back then, so didn't really remember too many of them. But anyway, another team I'm convinced are not pretenders, they're contenders, are the Miami Heat, as they beat the Philadelphia 76ers 106-94. Ryan Jones, your Heat win again. But my question is, during the Miami game, why was the game Udonis Haslam's debut, and he got thrown out? I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, Miami Heat win. Knicks beat San Antonio Spurs 102-98. The Knicks were down by 14 at one point in the third period, but they managed to win, which was awesome for them. We have the Chicago Bulls beating the Toronto Raptors 114-102. Chicago's another team that's starting to win a lot as of late. Another squad I'm focused on going forward into the NBA play-in tournament. We'll explain that in a different episode. Memphis over Sacramento 116-110. Denver Nuggets beat the Minnesota Timberwolves by a score of 114-103. And the night capped the Phoenix Suns beat the Portland Trail Blazers 118-107. I like the Phoenix Suns a lot. Not sure why. Excuse me. I don't know. It's just the Suns are weird to me. Don't get me wrong. I like the fact that Devin Booker is starting to be more of a team player, and I think this season he's starting to realize that he doesn't have to be he doesn't have to do everything. He doesn't have to rebound. Play defense, shoot threes, shoot twos. And I think it's really phenomenal that he's starting to come into that role as a true star in the NBA. Off the court as well. He's thinking this guy's class act. So I like the growth and the climb that Devin Booker made in this season. Really, it started last season during the pandemic, and during the bubble. If you remember, the Phoenix Suns um, went undefeated in the bubble, and that was I want to say that was Devin Booker's coming out party. Um, was the was during the bubble, and I think that he carried that on, and the season it kind of started like how he was in the bubble, just grabbing everything, trying to be that guy, and it's slowly over time he got it together. So I'm all for Devin Booker's progress as a basketball player. Moving on to the Major League Baseball, we have the Toronto Blue Jays, yeah, Toronto Blue Jays over the Atlanta Braves 8-4. Oh, my paper's slipping. The Nets beat the Phillies 5-1. Detroit over Kansas City 4-3. St. Louis Cardinals, they have not been scoring many runs of late. They ended up beating the Milwaukee Bucks 2-0. The White Sox beat the Twins 4-2. Giants over the Pittsburgh Pirates 3-1. Man, the way Pittsburgh came out yesterday, it looked like they were pretty dominant there the first couple innings, and then started to slip away rather fast. We have the Yankees got walloped by the Tampa Bay Rays 9-1. Boston Red Sox, yes, my Red Sox finally squeaked out a win. We lost 3 in a row, but we ended up beating Oakland last night 8-1. Um, Tough, man. I think Garrett Richards kind of got the raw deal the other day. Um, and I can talk all day about Alex Cora and how he takes pitchers out after 75, and how he should leave most of his guys in after that. I wonder what's going to happen with the Red Sox pitching when Chris Sale comes back. Is he going to try to keep Chris Sale on a pitch count or not? You would think early that he would. Um, but come on, dude. This is a 60-game season. No need to move at a mule's pace with his with eking him back into the lineup. Just get him out there. Chris Sale can pitch. Chris Sale is a performer. Houston Astros beat the Texas Rangers 4-3. I left that game alone. Colorado beats the Cincinnati Reds 13-8. That was a nice one. Miami Marlins beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-1. Are the Diamondbacks ever going to be good again? Are they? Are they? Honestly. And for the nightcap, we had the Cleveland Indians beating the Seattle Mariners by a score of 4-2. In the NHL, St. Louis Blues beat Minnesota 7-3. Calgary beats Vancouver 4-1. Seems like those teams up there only play each other. A bit weird. And finally, for the nightcap, we have Colorado Avalanche beating the Los Angeles Kings by a score of 5-1. Those were your scores in the national sports. We continue on with grading the draft. Today, we look at two basement dwellers in the NFL. This is the NFC South, so I'm gonna try hard not to make fun of these guys. Okay, so we have the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons were 4-12. Excuse me. The Atlanta Falcons were 4-12 in the NFC South. That was good enough for fourth place. They haven't really been the same since since beating the Patriots in half of a Super Bowl. Do the numbers 28-3? Does that ring a bell? So honestly, I feel like Atlanta hasn't been themselves since then. I mean, how do you recover? You had the Super Bowl in your hands, Falcons, and you let it go. I don't know. Anyway, I thought that they needed a defensive back. Obviously, it's time for the Falcons to go in a different direction as far as quarterback's concerned. And they needed a tight end, a weak side linebacker, and maybe I felt they needed a scat back just to for the third downs, for the trick plays, the screens, stuff like that. So, that Red Bull tastes good. The top picks that I like the Falcons made, obviously Kyle Pitts, the fourth overall pick. I'm not going to talk too much about who should have did what, who should have got picked where. Um, but I was surprised that Kyle Pitts went to the Falcons. I felt like a quarterback should have been taken there. I just um I just wonder why didn't they go with Justin Fields? That's gonna forever be a head scratcher to me. Why why go with Kyle Pitts here? Don't get me wrong now. Kyle Pitts in my evaluation of evaluations is definitely a generational talent to say the least. Um, Kyle Pitts, just as he claimed this spring, I believe he's going to revolutionize the tight end position. He's a lot of people can't stick with him. He has great body control. Even when he's on the line blocking, that off ball speed is impeccable. As where can you find a hole in Kyle Pitts' game? So I guess from the standpoint of him being the most talented player on the board at that point, I see why they made the pick, but I just don't agree with it. I think he should have went quarterback there. Honestly, I think Trey Lance should have been an Atlanta Falcon. But I respect the fact that um, Arthur Blank and the Falcons brass are um, essentially they're reassuring their faith in Matt Ryan by grabbing him a target, such as Kyle Pitts. Um, the Atlanta Falcons defense has improved steadily over the years, here and there. So we'll say they got that going for them. Richard Grant out of UCF. I like that. In the fourth round, they grabbed Jalen Mayfield. Jalen Mayfield was another one of my top tackles, if you remember, when I was breaking down the separate positions uh, as far as my top 10 offensive linemen. Jalen Mayfield was number four, um, behind Walker Little and what's his face, Penei Sewell and Braden Christensen and guys like that. Um, I think Jalen Mayfield here is a great pick. That's honestly it's the same thing as getting it's the same thing as getting an extra first round pick when you could pick up a guy like that. And that's when I was harping on guys, teams that really did good in the draft, like the Vikings, Saints. I really think that the Falcons kind of had an okay draft too. They filled every hole that I felt they needed. Um, Especially grabbing they grabbed Frank Darby, the wideout out of Arizona State, with their last pick of the draft. He was another guy that could have went in the second round, but a lot of a lot of the wide receivers who I considered sleepers um, they didn't go too early. I want to say like maybe like the fourth round, but anyway, I'm not sure why Darby was taken all the way in the sixth. He could he can plug into this system, and most likely do pretty well. I like Darby's. I like the quickness. I like the body control. Not a lot of small wideouts um, practice that, and you see him making some of the angles on the catches that he makes, man. And last year he had about what I write down there 23 contested catches for a wideout that's under 6'1". That's amazing, especially with how physical some college defenses can be. Is this the year the Falcons make the playoffs? No, but I think it's a rebuilding year. This is going to be growing pains, but I think Kyle Pitts is going to be in the conversation for offensive rookie of the year. Um, I'm not just going to be flat and just say right now a quarterback's going to get it, but I think Kyle Pitts will come in close. Don't think he's going to be the rookie of the year, but I think he's going to be effective. So the Atlanta Falcons are going to rebuild, and just for hee-hees and ha-has, the 17-game season, Atlanta Falcons will be 6-11. Moving on to the Carolina Panthers, they're 5-11. That's third place for the NFC South. Yes. Um, Over the last 9 seasons, the Carolina Panthers have gone defensive player, defensive player. Most of their drafts have been defensive players. More so than not when the Panthers hired head coach Matt Rule. And if you know, Matt Rule is a a defensive. He's a beast, man. His planning. He's good at scouting. He's good at inserting the right players into his system. Um, but the thing with me is that it just hasn't really connected. Um, so I I would love to tell you guys that I had faith in Carolina this year on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe not so much so, but I think Sam Darnold is the transition piece. I don't think he's the guy per se. Um, okay, he's a band aid on a big wound, and I think probably next year, maybe the year after that, depending on how Carolina does. Um, they could find a quarterback in the draft next year. I haven't gotten a chance to finish my way too early mock draft, but I will tell you I am at pick number 12, and the teams who I have predicted to have the top 10 picks, crazy, unlike anything you've ever seen before. This year in the NFL, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be something serious. So, it's great in the draft. Tomorrow I'll hit you guys with some more draft info um, on the two teams in which I go over tomorrow. So now we have some baseball scores as we get into Western Mass sports. I'll bring us a little closer actually. So I have Hopkins yesterday. All right, let's compare Hopkins, the baseball scores, and the softball scores. So yesterday, the Hopkins baseball team beats Belchertown 11-0. In softball, they also beat Pope Francis 19-3. So that's at the tune of 30, 31, something like that. 31 points. Those bats. Obviously, they're two different games, but it's just a fun number to look at. You know what I mean? Yeah, 30 points between them. So, one could say there's an average, whatever your average is. I just think it's cool that both the teams kick butt in both sports. Anyway, Minichog over Amherst 7-1. Longmeadow in the rivalry with East Longmeadow wins 5-0. Northampton over Ludlow 9-0. Chicopee beats Central 7-6. My guy, Brandon Guy, what happened? I hope you guys do better, man. Get back to the drawing board. Go out there, just throw some straight heaters. When you get up on that mound, think about this game. And just boom, 90 miles an hour. 90 miles an hour. Make sure that the coach doesn't take you out after 7 innings either. Agawam over Chicopee Comp, 15-5. Greenfield beats South Hadley 10-6. East Hampton over Smith Academy 17-3. And again, I'm going to give it to these kids in Western Mass. Shout out to every single student athlete in Western Mass suiting up. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, Sunday, whenever. Shout outs to every single Western Mass athlete. I love you, and I am excited when I see these scores and I get to read about these guys' individual success. And it all that translates to team success and wins as well. That's this is something I love, man. Anyway, we have Pioneer Valley over Mayhar 8-4. Westfield Tech beats Pathfinder 4-2. Southwick over Granby 13-1. Again, I love the big bats. Franklin Tech over Smith Voke 3-1. And softball, this is where the scores get interesting, and it's kind of like you start to scratch your head, like, wow, is that a video game, or did that actually happen? Ware beats the Central softball team 22-10. Yeah, wow. Gateway over Amherst 14-4. Hopkins beats Pope Francis 19-3. As I had mentioned, those big bats in Hopkins. Someone needs to re-sign their hitting coaches on both teams because wow. East Hampton 14, South Hadley nothing. Frontier 8, Pioneer Valley 4. And again, this is not a video game score. And I think that Athol was thinking about that last football game of the season in which Greenfield stomped them 58 to nothing. I think they were thinking about that. And I kind of like carried in their minds because Athol beat Mayhar 27 to 2. That's a real score. That's not any bull crap. And to finish it out, Franklin Tech survives against Smith Volk 13 to 12. There you have it, folks. People of Springfield, viewers everywhere. That was episode 51 of 413 Sports Talk. Please, if I got anything wrong or if there was a fact you disagree with that you think needs to be changed, message me or comment me and we will adjust it and get that fixed as soon as possible. It's a beautiful day. Looks like it's starting to cloud up a little bit, unfortunately. But if you get the chance, please hug and kiss your loved ones and spend some time outside. Go play sports. Go play a little bit basketball in Forest Park. Put a little soccer ball out there and challenge a couple of guys out there on the pitch. Have some fun, exercise, and always love and hug your little ones. Congratulations to all of the Westfield State University graduates. And I love all you beautiful people. I love Springfield. And I will see you guys tomorrow with episode 52. I'm Raheem Escobar. See you later. Have a great